Being a clownfish sounds cute, right? They're orange, they smile, and they've got their own Disney movie. But in real life, being a clownfish is like being stuck in the weirdest soap opera of all time, underwater. First off, you're born male. That's fine. Cool, whatever. But here's the catch. If your mom dies, you don't just cry and move on. No, you become your mom. Literally. Your body changes, your hormones switch. One day, you're Nemo. Next day, you're Nemo's mom. It's not a choice. It's not a promotion. It's biology slapping you in the face and saying, surprise, you're the new lady now. And things get weirder real quick. Clownfish live in a strict pecking order. It's like a tiny underwater mafia. The biggest, baddest fish is the female. She's the boss, the queen, the top of the food chain. And yeah, she's your mom. Right below her is the biggest male, your dad. Everyone else? Just smaller males waiting around in the background. But don't think you can skip the line. If you try to act tough or climb the ranks too soon, the boss fish, your own mom, will kick you out of the anemone. Now that sounds soft until you realize the anemone is your only home. You get kicked out of that, you're not just homeless, you're dead. Clownfish can't survive outside their venomous house. Yeah, your home is literally full of poison. Sea anemones sting everything that touches them, except for clownfish. You get a special slime on your skin that keeps you safe, but only if you stay loyal to your own anemone. You go wandering into the wrong one? Boom! It's like touching a live wire. Game over, clown. And speaking of staying loyal, clownfish don't really go anywhere. Your whole life is one tiny patch of coral reef. You can't explore. You can't go on vacation. You're stuck on your block forever, like you're on house arrest. You move too far away, predators are just waiting to snatch you like a snack-sized Skittle. But wait, you haven't even heard the most disrespectful part. You've got people thinking you're a comedy act. Just because of one cartoon. The whole world thinks your life is sunshine and giggles because of Finding Nemo. But in reality, it's just fear, gender switches, venom, and strict underwater politics. You're not funny. You're just fighting for your life while kids point at you in aquariums saying, look, it's the funny fish. Yeah, being a clownfish isn't a joke. It is the punchline. Even when you're born with a group, things don't stay peaceful for long. Clownfish live in one tiny space, and size means everything. If you grow too fast, like start getting bigger than your dad or your mom, boom, they'll chase you out of the anemone. No second chances. You're swimming alone in the big scary ocean because you had one too many protein flakes. And let's say your dad dies. Do you get a break to grieve? Nope. You instantly get promoted. No warning, no ceremony, just, congrats, you're the new dad now. 1 minute you're chilling in the back, next minute you're somebody's father. That's not parenting, that's workplace trauma. Oh, and don't even think about dating outside the family. Because remember that group you live with? Yeah, those are your siblings, your brothers, your sisters, and maybe your future partner. There's no Tinder in the anemone, just awkward eye contact with the fish you shared a bunk bed with. Now let's talk about personal space, or lack of it. You can't even sleep in peace. You're constantly getting cleaned by little parasite creatures that nibble your skin. You're trying to relax, and someone's biting your gills like it's a spa day, but you didn't ask for the deluxe package. And if all that wasn't enough, every creature in the ocean wants to eat you. Sharks, eels, groupers, they all see you as a snack. And your only defense? Hiding in a poisonous anemone. That's right, your safe space is a gooey, venom-filled jelly monster. Imagine if your only shelter was living inside a taser like home. That's clownfish life. Leaving your anemone is not an adventure. It's basically a death sentence. You either get eaten or you get lost and starve. That's it. No clownfish has ever said, I'm just going to explore a bit, because the moment they leave home, the ocean reminds them, you're not built for this, buddy. It's like a toddler trying to survive in a jungle. And romance? Yeah, forget feelings. There's no dating for love in clownfish world. Everything is decided by rank. The dominant female picks who she mates with, and surprise, it's always the biggest male. Everyone else just sits there like background actors in a bad reality show waiting for someone to die so they can move up. But wait, you haven't heard the most awkward part. Let's say the dominant female dies. Sounds like your dad gets to be king now, right? Wrong. Your dad turns into your mom. That's right, he changes into a female. And since he's now the new boss lady, guess who he mates with? Yep, you. Congratulations, your dad is now your girlfriend. You just unlocked underwater family drama that even soap operas would reject. It's not Finding Nemo anymore, it's Finding Therapy. And while all this is happening, let's not forget what you look like. You're tiny, you're bright orange, and you swim like a wet noodle doing the worm. To predators, that's like wearing a flashing neon sign that says, "Free lunch over here." You're basically ocean bait with a smile. Worst part? You can't even live alone. Seriously. If you're separated from your group too long, your little fish brain goes into panic mode. You get so stressed, you can literally die. That's not loneliness, that's a built-in emotional breakdown. Imagine getting anxiety so bad it just deletes your whole body. But even when you're with your group, life still sucks, because your only protection is poison, but not your own poison. No, it's the poison from the anemone you live in. And guess how you get used to it? You rub against it, slowly, over time, like you're trying to high-five a taser until it stops shocking you. One wrong rub, boom, you're fried. It's like training your skin to hug a jellyfish, but don't relax just yet, because all it takes is one strong wave, one current going the wrong way, and you're swept into open water. And let me tell you, open water is just ocean language for instant death. There's nowhere to hide, and everything out there is bigger, faster, and hungry. 1 second you're chilling, the next, boom, you're fish flakes. And here's the real nightmare fuel. Clownfish can't blink, they can't cry, and they definitely can't scream. So when something grabs them, they just silently wiggle. That's it. No help. No final words. Just you, getting chewed on while looking confused. It's the ocean's quietest horror movie. Even if you do survive long enough to make babies, those babies might not even make it out of the egg. Yeah, your tiny clownfish eggs could get eaten before they hatch. Sea snails, crabs, random fish. Everyone's like, "Ooh, crunchy omelet," while you just sit there, unable to do anything. Because, yep, those eggs are glued to a rock, and your whole job is just to float nearby, watching them. You can't fight, you can't move them, you can't scream. You're just there, staring like, "Please don't eat my kids," while a shrimp pulls up like, "Too late." And let's not forget the ultimate insult. You're literally called a clown your whole life. Not because you're funny, but because humans thought your colors looked goofy. That's your legacy. You're trying to survive deadly waves, toxic neighbors, and family drama, and the world calls you a clown. No respect. Just bright orange disrespect with stripes. And then came the movie. Thanks to one little Pixar fish, humans got obsessed. People started catching clownfish by the thousands just to keep them in tiny glass bowls. You're out here dodging sharks and earning your stripes, and they're locking you in a tank next to a SpongeBob decoration. You survived the wild just to end up in Karen's living room. And parenting? Oh, don't even get me started. You don't just lay eggs and walk away. Nope. You have to sit there and fan them all day with your fins. Constantly. Non-stop. It's like being an underwater babysitter with no breaks, no snacks, and no appreciation. You're flapping your fins like a tired underwater fan, just hoping no one eats your kids. And here's the kicker. You look happy. Big eyes, bright smile, always wiggling around like everything's fine, but inside, panic. Constant panic. Every second of your life is just, don't die, don't die, don't die. You're a tiny orange ball of anxiety pretending to be okay, the ocean's best actor. And the worst part? If your anemone, your home, your safe zone, dies, you die too. Because clownfish rely on their anemone for survival. You don't move on. You don't build a new house. You just wither away like a fish with a broken heart. That's not just co-living. That's codependent survival. One plant dies, and your whole life ends. You'd think it can't get worse, but wait, it absolutely does. Clownfish are already stressed enough just trying to survive. But if things get too overwhelming, guess what some of them do? They eat their own eggs sometimes. No joke. They're supposed to be proud parents, fanning those little baby bubbles like loving caretakers. But one rough day, one predator scare, and boom, breakfast. That's what stress does when you're a clownfish. It turns you into a panicked omelet eater. And love? Yeah, forget about romance. You only get one partner. Just one. If they die, that's it. Your options are limited to two paths: sibling romance or solo sadness. And neither of those sound like a great Netflix plot. It's like, Congratulations, your soulmate's dead. Now go date your brother or cry alone in the corner forever. And socially, you're at the very bottom. You're not just low on the food chain, everything eats you. You're also low on the social chain. No respect, no power, just a wiggly orange fish trying to make it to dinner without becoming dinner. And speed? What speed? Clownfish don't zoom. They don't dart. They paddle. Slowly. In sad little circles. You're shaped like a floaty toy and move like a sleepy toddler in a swimming pool. You can't outrun danger. You just hope it's not hungry yet. Oh, and just when you thought clownfish parenting was bad, your babies? They don't stay with you. They drift off into the ocean alone, like tiny, helpless jelly beans tossed into a hurricane, and 99% of them never make it back. That's not parenting. That's just nature saying, "Good luck, kid," and slamming the door. And the big fish? They don't care about you until they're hungry. You're not even worth chasing most of the time. But when mealtime hits, suddenly, you're on the menu like discount sushi. One gulp and poof, you're gone. No funeral, just a burp. Oh, and sleep? You don't even get that. Clownfish don't have eyelids, so when they sleep, their eyes stay wide open. Imagine trying to rest while staring into the void, fully aware that something could eat you at any second. That's not sleep. That's daily trauma with a bedtime schedule. So yeah, being a clownfish? It's cute on TV, but in real life, it's a horror movie wrapped in a comedy costume. You're stuck at home, married to your sibling, babysitting goo eggs, fanning them with your body, sleeping with your eyes open, dodging death at every turn, and still called a clown. Thank you, please subscribe to our channel and maybe leave a like too. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one.